Hello, I don't know if this is bright enough. I'll just see. I'm going to open these curtains back a little bit to get some light in. I'm just going to tell you a couple of stories about the job centre because this is just too funny because it's not funny, if that makes sense. One, when I signed on over a year ago, I had to write in a white book all the things that I've done to look for work, what kind of work I wanted, how I'd looked for it, what efforts I'd made. And this was absolutely hilarious because the job search itself turned into a job because there are none, okay? And the ones that are out there are so poorly paid you can't actually live on them. So I'm just going to turn this up here a bit. Right. You can't actually live on the wages. Not if you're in a house. I can get away with it now because I don't have to pay for accommodation. So what I earn is pretty much mine. So I'm in a better position now. But back then, I realised very quickly that the job centre kill dreams. They kill ambition. They kill your spirit. Or they try. They didn't do it with me because I'm too stubborn. Anyway, I wish I'd kept the book. I ended up burning it when I got a job. But it's too funny. Every week I would put things like, I am going to be an MP. I can get up when I want. I can work when I want. I don't have to do anything and I still get paid. I get bonuses for nothing. And I can employ my own family to do jobs for me in the guise of employees. So I used to write things like this and some of them would go mad and say, you can't write things like this. And some of them were secretly laughing, right? Because they knew it's funny. One day I went in and I said, I have decided, I have written a script in my head that involves me, Warwick Davis and Liam Neeson. And this is a script of a comedy. And I think it's hilarious. It's like a woman caught between two lovers, but it's so funny, right? And I can come up with some really funny storylines about things. And they went, you can't do that. I said, hang on a minute, hang on. Stephen King. All these writers and screenplayers and, you know, people who write films and produce them and things like that. Would you tell them to go out and work at Asda? And they go, well, no, because they've already made it. I said, but where did they start? A lot of these celebrities, you know, a lot of people who are now rich and famous did things like waitressing, working in stores. They did the jobs that I've done. So why can't I be like them? And they said, well, you can't. And I said, right, okay then, I'm going to start my own business. So I set up my own business. And I said, I need a business advisor, and I want a loan, and I want a grant. And I want some support from the job centre because you are supposed to get people into work. And they went, oh, okay. So they sent me a business advisor who turned out to be naff. And he was getting paid to get people into the self-employment route. But he didn't actually do anything and he was getting paid for that. So I put in a complaint about him. And I said, I want his job. And they went, you can't have his job. And I said, yeah, but I would actually do it. That's the difference, you see. I would do it. He's getting paid to do what? To travel around all the islands and the highlands and have a good time and get paid for that. And get a petrol allowance just to keep people on the dole. Or make sure that their business fails because of the lack of support. Well, I went down like a flat fart in that place, I'm telling you now. Not many people liked me, but some did. And I said, you're not going to take away my ambition. You're not going to take away anything from me. But that's what they do. And when I looked at the people in the job centre who were signing on, they all looked the same. They looked defeated. All of them. And I thought, where's your fire? Where's your ambition? Where is it all? It's been taken. Do you know why? Because it's deliberate, okay? It's deliberate. They want us to be drones and slaves. They're not supposed to be happy. When I used to go in there with a big smile on my face and skip through the doors, they hated it. They hated it. Oh, you're supposed to be hounded and like, I've come to sign on. And they don't like it when you're going, hiya there, I've come with a latest script. Look at this. Listen to this story. They don't want to hear it, okay? Now, one of my friends that went in there, he was homeless. And the lady who I talked about in the last video is not right upstairs, okay? And he sat down at the desk and she went like that. And he did not smell, but she picked up a can of air freshener and sprayed him with it. And everyone just sat there. That is so disgusting. And then I used to go to the soup kitchen. And I went there as a volunteer because I wanted something to do when I had no work. And they said, no. We need to know who you are. So that's fair enough. But please stay and have a meal. So we ended up being one of the customers, if you like. And it's a beautiful place. Okay. It's run by two ladies and volunteers. And they started it up because they've been homeless themselves. So the Heart is in a good place to do that, and they mean well, and it's a lovely place for people to go. What shocked me is how many people there worked. Now you'd say, well, why are they there then? That's not right, is it? The reason they were there is because they were on 0-hour contracts, and some of these people would have a full-time job one week and the next week they'd only get 2 hours work. And this is true. This 0-hour contract makes me angry, okay? It's not fair. And what happens with that, you know yourself if you was on it, is if you have to claim housing benefit, which you do on minimum wage because you don't get enough to live on, then what happens when you get a 0-hour week? You've got to go and sign back on, and you've got to claim more housing benefit, and then they have to go and sort it all out, and then they blow it. And many people are in abject poverty because of this. It makes me angry. When I get my business up and running, and I will, okay, it won't be this year because this is the year I have to get out of living how I do. I need to get my land, get my own business going. I will employ people and give them a decent wage. I will. I'll give you enough to live on so you can pay your rent. But do you know what? I wish enough people would stand up and say no more. I wish enough people got like me and said, I'm not paying rent. I'm not paying council tax because it's illegal. I stopped paying council tax in my house. And they took me to court 3 times and I didn't go. And in the end, they said, get lost. And I walked away free and never paid it again. And the same with the water. Now, if I'd stayed in the house, I wouldn't have paid gas or electric. I would have let them take my meters out and gone off grid. I'd rather go without than pay government officials and these flipping organisations. They do my head in. Somebody's here. I'm going to go because I witter too much. I'm just letting you know, Job Centre sucks. They kill your dreams, they kill your ambition. Don't let them. Don't let them. Don't let them do it. Because they're just paid to break you down like all the other organisations out there, because they want you to be victimised so you can feel victimised, so you can feel bad about yourself, so you can stay down here. When you stand up and say no more, and your vibrations rise because you take back your own power, we change the world. And that is it. We change it. Not them. Don't look outside of anything else to change anything. It starts with us. It started within me. My world has changed already. You can look at me and go, homeless bum. But actually, no. Because I'll tell you something else. I can just as easily be a failure as I could be an absolute success. Because that's how fragile life is. Learn to embrace the failures and laugh at them and say, okay, I didn't succeed that time, but never give in, because one day you will make it. And when you do, no one's going to laugh at you then. No one. I won't be laughed at when I'm living on my island, in my house, my own house. I won't be getting laughed at then. People will want to listen Because they'll say, how did you do it? I did it because I never gave up. So I want a gang. I want a gang. I had a gang when I was about 8 till I was about 11 called Kelly's Gang. And we all used to hang around the playground like, yeah, checking it out, checking it out. This is Kelly's Gang, yeah? But we were not bullies. We were not bullies. We used to go around the playground to find the children who were stood on their own in a corner and bring them in. That's what we need to do again. Just bring them in. Empower people. Give them back their rights. And watch people blossom like flowers on a sunny day. And we can do it. I'm going to go now because I need to stoke up that fire and get something to eat because I'm starving. I'm wasting away. Right, I'm going. Have a nice day.